Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad you all could be with us. Also, just tuning into our online affiliates around the world, we're glad that you all could be with us as well. Well, I think we all could agree that we were all impacted in some form or fashion from the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, especially when it came to health appointments, especially for those who are dealing with regular screenings. Studies show that mammograms and routine cancer screenings decreased up to 92% during the pandemic, but now with Americans getting vaccinated, infection rates are decreasing around the country. Many are playing catch-up on these vital health screenings. Joining us today to talk to us about the importance of these cancer screenings, we're excited to welcome Dr. Randy Hicks to our program. Dr. Hicks is the CEO of Regional Medical Imaging. He's going to talk to us not only about the importance of the screenings, but also technology that can help women to get a more accurate mammogram. Dr. Hicks, really appreciate the time today.
Cyrus, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it, too.
So, as I said, people are now starting to play catch-up a bit. How has the COVID-19 pandemic, though, Dr. Hicks, impacted cancer screenings?
Well, so as you mentioned at the outset, this has been a big problem. So we had a big reduction in screening kind of at the height of the pandemic. Here, I'm in Michigan. In Michigan, we had a really rough time with the pandemic. I have 9 imaging centers in the Lower Peninsula, and we basically shut those imaging centers down to screening for about 9.5, 10 weeks, where women just couldn't get it done. We just wouldn't allow it because we had sick patients, and we just didn't want those intermixing. But now, as you mentioned, people are back. They're vaccinated. They want to get they want to get caught up. They want to get things done. So now there's a big backlog of people wanting to get in.
Yeah, and they have help in that regard as well, Dr. Hicks. Tell us how clinicians are using AI to manage the surge in women that now need to be screened this year.
Yeah, so here at Regional Medical Imaging, we're using a technology called Profound AI, and it's helped us a great deal to kind of keep our heads above water with this huge volume coming at us as far as people wanting to be screened. This was the first software of its kind to be FDA approved. It uses the latest in artificial intelligence. It's clinically proven to help us as radiologists read about 50% faster, and it also has decreased those false positives, those calls that women get that say, oh, we think we see something on your mammogram, we need you to come back and get some more imaging. It has decreased that by about 7%. So it's been clinically proven that these things occur. Now, Profound AI is really a algorithm that's been trained to rapidly analyze and accurately analyze each of those images in a three-dimensional tomosynthesis breast study, so in a mammogram. And those images can be 200, 300, 400 images deep, so it can have that much data in them. And then it analyzes it and provides us as radiologists crucial information about certainty of findings and case scores, and these represent, kind of the algorithm's confidence that there's cancer or not cancer in the case. So this helps us read cases faster, more efficiently, and helps us to really gain an idea as to how complex cases can be so that we can spend more time on the patients that have the most complex cases.
I love that, and I know our audience is going to appreciate what you mentioned, Dr. Hicks, about the more accurate mammograms as well. That definitely helps to bring down some of that anxiety. This may seem like an obvious question, but I have to ask you, why is it more important than ever now with everything going on, Dr. Hicks, to make sure that women are getting screened for breast cancer?
Yeah, so just reflecting quickly on that accuracy problem, the other thing AI does for us is it increases our detection rate by about 8%. So that's great. So we're finding more cancers. And why is it more important than ever this year? Because breast cancer has just surpassed lung cancer as the number one cancer worldwide that's being diagnosed. So it's a horrible problem. It's 1 in 8 women in the United States. Additionally, the National Cancer Institute recently predicted that almost 10,000 deaths, excess deaths, more than we normally have, are going to occur in breast and colorectal cancers over the next 10 years as a direct result of the pandemic and us having skipped those screening studies. So what's happening is because they skipped, cancers are getting bigger.
Such a powerful thing. And Dr. Hicks, I really appreciate this information, and I know it's going to be great for our audience as they are making their own plans, getting caught up, and definitely making sure that they are scheduling these important screenings, including for mammograms. Again, everyone, Dr. Randy Hicks has been our guest. Dr. Hicks, where can our audience go for more information?
For information on Profound AI, go to www.icadmed.com.
All right, icadmed.com, and we'll make sure that we link that up for our online audience. Dr. Hicks, appreciate you stopping by and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Thank you, Cyrus. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, the pleasure is definitely all ours, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.